Okay, guys. Okay, so I did a thing with another YouTuber, and I didn't think that I would actually do this, like, ever. So I have an amazing video for you guys today, which is a collab with another amazing YouTuber called Katie Marie. Now, if you have no idea who she is, then you've probably been living on the rock for quite some time. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, she's amazing. You gotta go check her out. She has literally a ton of content. Like, she loads, like, I feel like 50,000 times a week. Like, she just brings you amazing videos over and over, not just like palette to palette. She's done ranking videos, she's done I've hit the pan videos, she's done holiday releases talking about what she wants, what she doesn't want. She's literally has like a really nice range of different kinds of videos. So if you haven't been subscribed to her, you need to just go do that. But not right now, like watch the video first, then go do that. By the way, these lashes I rarely wear because I wear glasses and you can't wear these things with glasses. It just hits the glasses over and over, and that's not fun. And by the way, guys, if this eye looks a little crazy and wonky, is because the inside of this lash just doesn't want to stick at all. So if I'm a little emotional, it's because of this. And I'm kind of on my period, so I'm not even in the mood for anything today. But I'm always in the mood to talk to you guys about makeup. And today it's going to be just a very chill, relaxed video talking about the makeup that I think is a bit interesting. And the twist to this is that I'm going to talk about 10 different products that I thought that was interesting, and then I'm going to read her thoughts on it. She could have liked it, she could have not liked it, I have no idea. So I'm really excited to see her thoughts on that. By the way, you have to go to her channel because other than the fact that she's amazing, she has a video that's going to be roasting 10 different products that, well, she felt like roasting and she sent to me, and I gave her my thoughts on it. So if you want to see a little bit of a roast video that I feel like you definitely need to see that, then you gotta go see that, and you gotta let me know your thoughts on the roast video. Oh, by the way, this look I honestly tried for the first time. I don't know how I feel about it. I've never done just a color here. I do just go all crazy. You guys know that, or at least the ones who have been here for a long time know I go a little ham. But I was playing around with the new palette from Solo Look, and I think I'm going to do a video on this because, surprisingly shocking, I don't see a video on YouTube at all for this. And that's why I love indie brands, and that's why I do what I do, and I like doing videos for indie brands. So look out for that video. I'm probably going to do that soon. But other than that, let's just dive into the 10 products that I thought were interesting and that I'm interested in getting. So the first product I'm going to be talking about is by OPV Beauty. Oppie Beauty. I honestly butcher the crap out of names when it comes to brands, so I'm just gonna put the pictures here, and it's called the Bloom palette. Now, the reason why I really like this palette is because the color story is it's really pretty. I feel like it actually represents the bloom, like what it actually says. You have the red, the purples, the blues, yeah, some neutral shades, and I feel like you do need neutral shades in every palette. It's just my own personal opinion, but I do like the fact that you have some shimmers, you have, of course, the mattes. I feel like there is a good amount of balance within that palette, and you even have some duochrome shadows. So when I saw this, it just immediately captivated my eye. So I just was like, okay, this is definitely on a, like, maybe I'll get this palette later. I wouldn't say it's like something I want to get right now, but it's not something that I'm like, ew, I don't think that. I actually do like it. So let's go ahead and read what Katie feels about it. She said, I like it at first glance. I do the double take every time, but something about it doesn't hurt for me. Doesn't hit for me? Hurt for me. Hit for me. I'm not sure. Not exactly sure, but while I think it's very pretty and would create pretty looks, I'm able to pretty easily talk myself out of it. I mean, I totally get it. If that's how you feel, girl, that's how you feel. And that's how I feel about some of the palettes too. So I cannot knock what you say. I just love the color story. Alright, next one. The Ace Beauty Vintage Floral Palette. Now, at first glance, I was like, okay, we got a lot of browns and neutrals and things like that. But what I really liked about it was it kind of made me feel like I was going towards like a fall themed palette, and I think I'm a little biased when it comes to this because I just love the fall. Everything about the fall is just amazing. With that being said, even despite the neutrals and what I see there, you know, because there are browns and It could be a snooze fest. I just like the fact that there is like a deep green, a light green, a beige, and a pink. Yeah, they were kind of smart how they placed this because they kind of spread it out throughout the palette to kind of deter you away from the browns. But regardless, I just thought that I'd give this one a try. It's not something, again, like the other one where I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy it right now. But it is something that I am interested in. So let's go ahead and see what Katie said about it. Well, I see this and see a mostly kind of boring brown neutral palette. There we go. There's something about it that didn't make me mad. It honestly intrigues me. Oh, okay. It's probably the pop or two of color and the grungy greens. Ooh, yeah. So when I think on that, it was easy pass. What? Oh, so when I think on that, it was an easy pass. Sorry, I'm a little slow right now, so forgive me. But it's pretty neutral palette that I'm not mad at. Okay, so she doesn't hate it, but kind of similar. Like we're kind of on the same page with that. But I'm leaning like, okay, let me give it a shot. She's like, next. The next one on the list is, hold on, I'm not ready. The 90s Babies Cosmetics Precious Memories palette. So this is just completely because it's nostalgic. Precious Moments was a huge thing in my house. My mom actually had a lot of books that had to do with that, and I just really, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, I need it, because really just because of the nostalgic behind it. I loved it because of that. I mean, the color story itself it's okay. It's not something that it's like, oh, I need this right now. Same thing, but I want it just to have it. I mean, you guys, you know me. I get stuff really for packaging 99% of the time, and for the indie brand, because I'm a sucker for packaging. I'm a sucker for the nostalgic, so this was an easy Achilles heels for me. And by the way, it's only 13 bucks, so I was just like, okay, that's pretty low. It's pretty affordable. For 6 shadows, it should be 13 bucks, to be honest. So let me go ahead and see what Katie said. She said, this is adorable, mainly from the nostalgic factor. Of course. My mind's had a lot of these in my room growing up, but strictly looking at the palette color story, I'm not as sold. If I didn't have any pastels, I might be tempted to try, but I already have a solid formula in pastels, and the swatches for this brand don't sell it for me. Wait, what? I didn't see the swatches. Hold the phone. Wait, I gotta see it now. Hold on. I actually didn't even look at the swatches. Ooh. Okay, I can see what she's saying. I'm gonna put the swatches up. They look like it's super layered. Like, it looks like they definitely had to go over that a few times. I don't know. I try not to judge a swatch, because sometimes a palette can look horrible in a swatch, and then you're like, wait, that's on your eye? It looks amazing. How the heck did that happen? So, I don't know. I try not to judge it, but yeah, I can see what she's saying about the swatch. It looks a little eh. Let's go to the next one. This one is by Glam Goth Beauty. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I would never normally go for this. This is called the Dark Renaissance. And the packaging is just, like, I get what they were trying to do, but it's just not something that I would normally go for. But at the same time, it was because I don't normally go for this that kind of made me interested. Does that make sense? I'm probably making no sense to half of y'all right now, and I'm sorry for that. But there was something about the packaging that made me be like, take a double take, if you will. And the palette itself is honestly just neutrals. It's browns, it's a black, it's a yellow, a little bit of a rusty kind of orangey color, and that's about it. And again, like, of course, there's a bunch of palettes like this, but a little semi-biased with this because I like to try new indie brands, so maybe that's probably why I'm like, okay, like, if it's a little second glance, like, if it was a bigger company doing this, like, I don't know, Too Faced or Tarte, like, companies that do this all the time, I'll be like, are you freaking kidding me? Another neutral palette? But since this is an indie brand that I've never tried, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I really could like the formula. And now I have my new favorite neutral palette. So I don't know. I'm a little wishy-washy about it, but I'm interested in it. Like, there's an interest in it, and because of that, I was like, okay, let me add this to the interest, portion. It's something that I've never heard of. I've never even heard of this brand, and I don't know. This could be something that could be good. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this particular palette. But let's find out what Katie thinks about this particular palette. She said, this isn't as exciting for me. It's a fun, warm tone brown orange palette, which tends to be my type of neutral palette, but it's not speaking to me. The palette packaging isn't my personal style. Agree with you, boo. I feel the same. So there isn't any pull either. It's just an easy pass. Yes, I understand. Totally get it, because the packaging too was just like... Alright, next one. The next one is Wicked Sisters Cosmetics, and it's called Season of the Witch. So, I like this one. I do. I think it's interesting. Back to that interested like play of word. After like some time of looking at it, like at first when I first sent it to her, I was just like, oh, this is interesting. I think I'm interested in this. Now when I go back to it, I'm like, I think I was interested more in the packaging. Like I thought that was cute. Kind of fun. I think they definitely should have popped a witch on the palette. Like it's a pumpkin. But I thought the TV was kind of cute. Okay. And the color story looks alright. I mean, we got some purples, we got some greens, blue, some neutrals. Like, I think the color story could have been put together a little better. I feel like it's a little scattered and not something that I would think I would see, you know, in terms of a better put together color story. But this isn't a roast, and I feel like I'm roasting the crap out of this palette. Let me stop. The good thing that I like about it, let's go back. The good thing I like about it is, yes, it's an indie brand, but it has to do with, like, you know, the fall theme and, you know, Halloween and things like that. And, you know, I'm a sucker for purples, and I like blues and I like greens. By the way, if you have brown eyes, you gotta throw on a blue shadow if you have it, because it'll make your eyes pop. Just a little side note. But, you know, I wanted to give this one a shot, so I put this in my interest file, you know, and I wanted to see. So I have a feeling that Katie's not gonna be for this, but let me see what she says. The palette packaging is a total turn off for me. It's not even the fact that I'm not into Halloween. What? You're not into Halloween? Girl, that turns me off. I think it just looks disjointed and an odd choice for a palette design. That aside, the color story is okay, but did it stand out or grab me in a way to get me excited to create looks with? So all around an easy pass. God, jeez. Katie, do you like any of the things I sent you? No, I'm just kidding, girl. I totally get it. I did send my roasting just now, so I feel kind of bad. Let's go ahead to the next one. That was a little painful. Alright, so this one I actually don't know what the inside looks like. It's by Loca Lashes Co. And it's called Lavish Loca. And it's an eyeshadow palette that looks like it's gonna be purple themed. So I really love purple. That is my favorite color. So I was just like, yeah, I'm interested in that. It's literally just the front cover. But you know what? I want to go look at the color story. Why not, right? I feel like I should just look at the color story. I feel like by now, they should have the color story out. So, Loca Lashes. Why can't I spell? Okay. Alright. Well, what? Why does that looks so familiar? Lavish Loca. I feel like I have this palette. Hold on a second. Wait. Okay. I found it. I might be wrong, but this palette by Mocha Cosmetics is called Purple Paradise. Right here. I think I did a video for this. I honestly can't remember. But okay, it's not the same. It's definitely not the exact same. But for a second, I thought that sucker was. It's definitely not. This one, the Lavish Loca one, has a lot more pressed glitters and stuff. Okay. Phew. For a second, I was like, wait a second. What they trying to pull here, but there's nothing they're trying to pull. They're definitely two different palettes, but as you can see, I love purple, so yeah. After seeing the inside, because again, I sent this to Katie when it was just the outside. I'm not a fan of the fact that there's so many pressed glitters. Like, almost the entire bottom row is pressed glitters, and I used to be okay with like pressed glitters, like okay, there's a few in here, no problem, one or two is no big deal. But lately I've been just kind of like over pressed glitters in palettes. Let me know what you guys think down below about pressed glitters and palettes, because I've just been, I don't know what happened, but I've just kind of been over it. Maybe 1 or 2 in a palette, but once, this one has 5. Dang, I was really like interested in this. I promise you. This is such a twist. I didn't see that coming. Okay, let's see what Katie said. If I were a purple lover, I'd be intrigued, but I'm not super into the monochromatic purple. The packaging of Port 2, I like a nice floral design, but it looks like there are a lot of pressed glitters in there. How did you know? I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I thought that they only had that picture. So I went on Indie Mood and Indie Spotlight or Hotspot, something like that, to look at the new palettes coming out. So when I was scrolling, I saw that one, and it was just the outside. So I didn't do my homework right. I'm so sorry, you guys. But yeah, she knew there was a lot of pressed glitters in there. So overall, it's an easy pass for me. Yeah, I agree. Okay, next one up is going to be the Morphe Coca-Cola palette. I did the Morphe Coca-Cola palette when they first came out with their, the first one, because I just love the Coca-Cola theme. I thought that was really cool. I like cool packaging like that. And yeah, so when I saw this one, I was like, okay, I could do a part 2. I just didn't get tired of it, and I do like the fact that they're expanding a little bit with the cherry coke. I do feel like they could have just given me a little bit more sherry in there, a little bit more cherry, but I do like it overall. I am interested in this, and this is something I'll probably get just to add to my collection, not necessarily do a video over. But again, this is just more of like a collector's piece. I want it, I'm interested in it, I just gotta have it just to have it sort of thing. Let's see what Katie thought. I like the outer packaging. It's cute and bright and fun. Wish they would have added more vibrant reds and purples to match the outside. Then I would have been more tempted. As it is, it's a more muted type of pink mauve neutral palette, so it's easy for me to pass on it. But I do like Coca-Cola, and I like the packaging, so that's the only aspect that still tempts me. Yeah, me too, girl. I like the Coca-Cola packaging. It don't even bother me that they even put enough reds in it, like I said too. Purples though, you're right. I think the purples would have been, great. I'm biased because I love purple, but Alright, the next one is the I Heart Revolution times Fruity Pebble Cocoa Pebbles collab. Now, we were talking about this before it dropped, so yes, I did do a video already on this collaboration, and you guys already know my thoughts on this, and of course the interest, isn't it obvious? You guys know. If you don't know, then now you know. I love stuff like that. I love like the cute little like ridiculous packaging stuff. At least for some people it's ridiculous. I like the food themes, the nostalgic themes, and not for nothing, Cocoa Pebbles was one of my favorite cereals. That one, Kix, Captain Crunch, Waffle Crisp, those were my favorite cereals. So when I saw this, I was like, immediate yes. Now, if you're interested in my thoughts on this whole collab, I did do a video. What's not to be interested in? It's so much fun. You have a brown neutral kind of theme palette, and then you have your fruity theme palette with all the different colors. You have the body butter, the brushes, the highlighters, the lip glosses, and the lip oils. Like, everything about this was just a screaming yes, and that's why I got it. Please, Katie, tell me you like this, because so far I feel like Katie's like, next. So hopefully. Alright, the Fruity Pebbles is the only one that grabs me. Okay. Phew. And I love the cereal growing up, so it definitely pulls me. The color story is pretty too. I can see some fun looks to create with it, but overall I don't plan on getting it. Just admire from a distance. I've had hit or miss luck with I Heart Revolution. She's totally right in that. Let me tell you why. I also have had hit or miss with I Heart Revolution. So I want to say, like, for the most part, lately, they've been pretty good. Like, I remember I reviewed their donuts, like, when they first came out with their glazed donuts, and I liked them. I totally get what she means, hit or miss. Sometimes those swatches and eyeshadows, the payoff is horrible, and you don't want to waste your money, right? But that's why I'm here. I'll waste my money. I'll definitely take the risk for you guys, because I love you guys and I love makeup. Next one up is Colourpop new Y2K collection. I normally don't like run to every Colourpop launch, and it's honestly because they launch a lot, and I get overwhelmed sometimes. I'm like, didn't you guys just launch like last week? And I know that's not for everybody, it's just my opinion. Don't come for me, don't yell at me in the comments, but for me it's just, it feels super overwhelming. I'm like, just slow it down a bit. Like, I'm trying to get over the other one they just dropped. So I love the Colourpop pricing, their formula. So when I saw this in that kind of like packaging, I was like, okay, this is cute. I kind of like this. And, you know, I thought this is something that I would be into. I like the color stories in these, the purples, the blues, the pinks. Nothing about this really turned me off. So, I mean, yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm still interested in this, and I gotta pick up some. So let's see what Katie said. She said, the color story of these 5 pan palettes are pretty and definitely would make gorgeous looks with a good formula. But I don't think Colourpop has a good one for pastels. Okay, I would imagine these would end up being super faint like pastels, and I like more bold, intense pastels that show up easily. So it's a pass for me. You know what? That kind of brings me to, I forgot what the name of the palette was. I think it was Aura. I did like a pastel palette video that they came out with. Like they did a pastel vibe palette, and I wasn't crazy about it. I feel like it wasn't as like, well, kind of what she said. It wasn't as bold and intense, and I had to build up a lot for like my skin tone, I believe. I remember that much about it. But anyways, yeah, that's a good point, boo. I mean, I'm still gonna try it. I feel like I just want to try it, just to try it, but I see your point. I do. Let's go ahead to the last one. The last one is an Indian brand that I feel like not a lot of people know about, but they have a special place in my heart. The Glam Cosmetics indie brand. So I have featured them on my channel a few times. I've done their little Game Boy disc palettes. They have such a nostalgic tug at my heart because they always do something nostalgic, especially with gaming. I am a gamer. My whole family is a gamer. My hubby streams, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave his link to his stream in my description box. You can go ahead and follow him. He's hilarious. He tends to scream a lot. Don't tell him I told you that. But no, he's really good. You should go check him out if you like to watch gaming. And my son too. I mean, what kid doesn't like video games? And don't come for me. He doesn't play video games all day, alright? It's timed, and if I do let it happen for a longer period of time, so what? Leave me alone. But anyways, they came out with a Gamer Glam neon palette, and it looks like a little Game Boy. And I was like, I really liked it. I was just like, okay, I get it. It's neon. You got the pink, the orange, the red, the blue, the green, the purple-ish, light pink. Not even sure. But I fell in love with the packaging. The packaging is what did it. I was just like, I'm into it. I'm interested. I need it in my life. And I think this one came out actually a while ago, but still, I took a little hiatus. Most of you guys know that. I wasn't doing makeup for a while, so I was catching up, and I was just like, when the heck did this come out? So hence why it's in this video. Alright, so let's see what Katie said. She said, I had no idea about this palette until now. The 2 pinks look very close, yes, though, for such a small palette. And I would like to see the shades swatched to see how neon they actually look. I love the vibrant green of the packaging, and there are several colors that have me excited. We'll definitely keep an eye on this brand in the future. They have me very intrigued. Yes, that's what I'm saying, girl. I mean, I don't know, maybe I should get it and do a video. Let me know down below if you want me to do a video on that palette. Let me know and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Those are all of the palettes that I was interested in. And yeah, it did take a little turn for some palettes. But regardless, those I am interested in. Let me know if you are interested in those too, if you don't like them. Or hey, if you agree with Katie, let me know down below on some of those things. Let's chit chat back and forth. Don't forget to check out her video with the roasting. You're not going to regret it. And I can't wait to hear her thoughts and things like that on some of the stuff that she sent me that she felt was a great thing to roast, because I want to see what our thoughts, if we collide, if we're like, I want to know. I gotta know. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, which honestly, it's gonna be this one. I'm gonna do this palette. I'll see you guys in this video. Bye.